Hello, man, guys. It's been a while. Yes, I know, but how about this? I'm gonna be doing a review right here now, and it ain't gonna be Terminator 2 if y'all are wondering, but it's actually gonna be a comic that I fucking love. Fucking love, okay? Because I freaking love this comic so much, it just makes me want to review it so much. And actually, now I've been a big fan of this franchise. And if y'all read the title, y'all already know. Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi, which I call it Powerpuff Girls D. And I gotta say, this is my review of my Powerpuff Girls D. Let's get to it. So first off, so first off in the intro of the comic, we actually get this. It's actually in the very intro of the comic. It's actually taking place about like several years after the events of the original Powerpuff Girls, where they're actually moving into a new place called Megaville, which is a whole new town. And if y'all think this is a crossover, you might think Mega Man's here. Nope, he's not in here because just to throw in that reference, Megaville, Mega Man, get it. So the actual story here is actually the Powerpuffs in Etonium actually moving into Megaville, and them making new lives because Townsville's getting old and all that shit. Yeah. You might think it's kind of like a bad kind of start, but it's actually really good. It's a fucking badass one. Because if you actually, because y'all have never seen a comic like this before. This is actually a comic that I just want. It's probably one of the best. It's probably the best comic I ever seen to this day, because it actually has some actual familiar characters that people will remember from their childhood. I gotta say, it is one of the most fucking badasses comics I ever seen in my life. Because even some, like I was saying about the characters, it's actually really cool. Because if you see, that, if you actually know who these characters are, but if y'all don't really haven't read the comic, here we go. One of the most awesome characters in the entire comic is Dexter, which is from Dexter's Laboratory. He's actually a pretty cool character. He really is, and I gotta say, he has a pretty damn good story to him. If y'all wanna know where they y'all wanna know where Dexter meets up with the Powerpuffs, it's actually in their class where Powerpuff Girls actually do their introduction, reaching the Baroni level of weirdness. Where they actually and after that, Dexter kind of gets suspicious about if they're actually superheroes or not, because he never even heard of them. So later on, like a few pages in the comic, he actually comes in and starts talking to them, and I gotta say, he's a pretty damn. I'm gonna say, dude, he made me care about him again, because the way that I saw him last time was kind of. Then he goes on about talking about like if they really are superheroes or not, and then also he's like freaking like he's like a superhero himself. I'm like, dude, what now? And then Buttercup's all like, you know what? I'm gonna fight your ass because I fucking want to. And I am like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this fight, see how badass Dexter really is, and I gotta say, that fight, man, just came out of nowhere when Dexter pulled off his very first attack. Oh yeah, and Dexter and Buttercup's fight is actually pretty cool. But also the rest of the Powerpuffs, Blossom and Bubbles, actually get into the fight, and it's freaking amazing. Then the rest of them, then they just go all out fighting, and it's just one badass fight. I gotta say, Dexter's one hell of a badass himself, but also then out of nowhere, this ninja dude comes in. Then it's later revealed it's Samurai Jack from the TV show that I watch on Netflix. And I gotta say, with that entrance, Samurai Jack is a badass. Like, I am not joking, y'all. And yeah, it actually gets pretty cool. It's actually getting pretty cool that, you know, Samurai Jack, Dexter, Powerpuff Girls are actually, you know, together and all that shit. And all that. But then after the fight, you actually see these badass villains on the roof, which are actually new villains. Like this comic actually has their own villains. Like, yes, they have like the same main protagonists and everything, but they got their own villains, and I gotta say, they are freaking awesome. You know, if a comic is lucky, there's always gonna be that one. There's always gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the coolest villain I've seen in a comic all year. Powerpuff Girls D. I mean, not Z. D is that. Power Girls D actually has about like a few I can think. And you know, and you know what? Let's go along with this one chick who's likely to be the main villain, Belle. Belle is actually quite badass. Like, I like her a lot. She's actually one of those villains that I think, oh yeah, that's fucking awesome. She is a spoiled brat, kind of like Princess in the original show, but she's actually fucking amazing. Oh, and oh my god, with her and Blossom's fight later on in the comic, holy shit, it just got real, man. All I'm saying here is that Belle is a freaking awesome character. There's also a few more villains I actually do like myself, and I gotta say that I think her dad is actually a quite badass character. Yes, her dad. He's the main guy behind all of this shit, and he is, dude. Okay, even though he doesn't get involved a lot of the battles, he's a pretty badass character. Next up is this one chick that appears after Buttercup and Bubbles arrives in this one scene where this one chick is later revealed as a fucking Terminator. I meant like, you know, no really Terminator sent back from the future. I mean like a Terminator because, you know, robot in a freaking skin body, you know that kind of shit. I mean, seriously. Invader, okay, if y'all know Zim from Invader Zim, then y'all probably know he's pretty much like a hero, pretty much, than like a villain. In this comic, he actually is a villain, and he's actually pretty a cool character. I could rather fit him as a villain than like a hero, because that kind of shit, man. I don't get why they made him a villain, and didn't make him a villain, but I think, but Zim, holy shit, I can imagine him just shooting one of the main characters in the face in a sad way. Like, I can totally see it. Okay, since we're done with the villains this time, let's get along with the battle. Okay, the fucking battles are badass and graphical as shit. Like, I can totally see it if it was an anime. Also, I gotta admit that the battles are pretty damn cool. Like, they are fucking amazing, and I gotta say, holy shit. Including the battle between Blossom and Belle that one time, holy shit. Even the beginning or ending of that one chapter, that screenshot though, holy shit. It made it to a lot of the fan-made openings. I am not joking. Okay, yes, there are fan-made openings and all that stuff because, you know, lots of people really wanted to become, you know, a TV show or an anime. And I gotta admit that those intros and those openings are freaking amazing because, you know, there's this one where it's just an animation with an awesome song with it. It's got all the characters, and it's all... And I just love this one opening. If y'all want to see those openings, I'm going to leave it in the description. I'm going to leave the links in the description. Because you guys see them, man. They are well done. And also about the story and everything, when I said it was going to be dramatic, I mean it is dramatic. Because if y'all see Dead Dexter, y'all are gonna understand why it has one of the saddest moments in comic history, because that Dexter's is the saddest of them all. And there's even some references to other episodes of Powerpuff Girls and all that shit, to like the past of all these characters. And it's just amazing of how they can of how this guy Bleedman, the mastermind behind the whole comic, can think of a great story this damn good, and it becomes a masterpiece. This thing won over, like, it didn't win like a lot of awards, but it won like 2 awards in 2005, and goddamn, winning those awards means that you know what, you did some really good, man. And there are other characters other than those, because you know it's kind of like a TV show where it just shows other characters later on in the series, kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, you know. Like y'all remember Jenny / XJ9, you know, from My Life as a Teenage Robot? She's fucking in here, and yeah, you do see her in like a couple of these scenes in like the beginning, but she actually comes back. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking badass. And yeah, she's also she's got her coach. She looks like a complete badass, like one of those teenage girl badasses that since she's a robot, she's wearing a badass jacket. You're like, okay, I do not want to fuck with you. And yes, you may think this is a perfect comic, but I'm just telling y'all, there are some flaws in here that I just don't really like, pretty much. Okay, here's some that may be here's some that may be a spoiler, but the build up between Blossom and Dexter, you built all that shit up, their relationship and everything. You had to fucking blow it for Olga, who's not half as cool as her. Really, man? You really have to freaking do that? I mean, seriously? What if Blossom comes back? I mean, seriously, why would you do that? I mean, you build that shit up in the beginning from the beginning, like, they get to know each other and, you know, risking his and her life, they both are risking their lives, all that shit, and you had to fucking blow it with that, man? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, all that build up and everything, man, it looks like that was for nothing, dude. It's your chance. If you actually fix this by nearly the end, please, just fix it, because this just ain't right, where you just, you know, switch it off like that. Okay, these ain't really flaws anymore, because these are pretty cool. There are actual scenes that aren't really canon. Like, if y'all read the entire comic, there's actually scenes where they are not canon. Like this one scene, like during the battle between this one monster and everything, you're saying that, wait, what the is, like, why is Buttercup blonde? Like, what? And then you find out that it was a simulation the entire time, but it really wasn't, because, you know, it's a non-canon kind of picture and everything, where Buttercup's like trying to act like someone from Dragon Ball Z and everything, and it's like crazy, like, and there's even some side stories to it, like a little mini series, like after the end of, like, there's even like some side stories to it where it can be, you know, a little bit of a mini series, and goes back to like the other people. Like, you just do that just so they can all rest up and all that shit. Okay, if y'all know, I don't know if any of y'all have seen this chick, but it actually was one of those popular kid shows back in like the mid 2000s, pretty much. If y'all know this show, Atomic Betty, y'all will know that show kicked ass if some of y'all have actually watched it. Because when I was like a little kid, I was like, oh, okay, this is a freaking badass show. And this was a pretty cool show to me when I was like little, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then I see Atomic Betty just taking these bastards out and everything, you know, like a boss. And even the trailer, where it has that awesome music where it just shows her kicking ass, I'm like, dude, she's in this comic in one of the side stories, and I'm like, wait, what? Then you see this guy just pick her up when she's barely alive and shit, and then it shows what really happened, and it's interesting. It could be a new possible force, like Mass Effect, when, that whole shit, And I gotta say that even though that Jenny did have a side story of her own, then came back later, I'm kind of curious. And Bleedman is actually gonna use Atomic Betty in this series, because she'll probably be all right by then. But I doubt it, because the very end it's pretty much the end to all this. And like if y'all get to the most recent pages, it's recently the ending, which is like, what? Wait, isn't it the end of season 1? Like, what? Yes, let's get to the ending, folks, because it's just some confusing shit. I don't even know what, because this is some confusing shit, because it actually shows two perspectives of, like, what happened, like, when this blew up or something, and I'm trying not to spoil it, guys, because it's freaking amazing, and 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 you may think it ended like that, but all I'm saying here is that it actually comes back, and it doesn't really, like, happen. Like, there's a chance of, like, stopping it. Like what the hell is this? Like some time traveling shit? Like, what is this? Terminator meets that one Star Trek thing? Like, what? I'm like, dude, like, what the hell is going on? But the ending, okay, it actually shows two perspectives. Okay, before that, it actually shows two perspectives, where it shows Blossom and Buttercup's perspective, and then Bubbles and Utonians and Dexter's point of view of that. And my God, it just mind fucked me when it just did that. I'm like, okay, what the hell? I'm kind of curious about what Bleedman's gonna explain in the next page that I do. But like I was saying about the characters being a badass, like, if you're gonna make a character a badass in this comic seriously, you're gonna need to make Dexter a badass, because if you see this one part where he just busts in to save this one person from this big bad guy in this comic. He actually comes in like a boss, just saying his name, and he's like standing up there like a complete badass, like doesn't, like, no fucks given, and it has like this little Star Wars lightsaber fight, like fourth wall shit, that kind of stuff. And here's some shit. Oh my God, I literally lost my shit when I saw this. Like, I have no idea what triggered it, but like, when he did this and transformed his fucking arms into a metal, that blew my mind. And when like that's on some Full Metal Alchemist shit right there. All I'm saying is Dexter is a badass. No questions asked. Okay, I had to get that out because Dexter was a badass in this comic. But I just gotta say, with the ending, I gotta say I think that Bleedman kind of screwed it up, and he had to, like, start over, like, in a whole new way or something. But I'm gonna say that if he does make it right, but more of a sad way, kind of like anime pretty much do, I cannot wait for, like, the ending to it. Pretty much, yeah. So guys, here's my final verdict of Powerpuff Girls D, which is Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi, is actually just a freaking 10 out of 10 to me. With just that one flaw with Blossom and Dexter, just hopefully he'll make it right, because it's not finished yet. Because if he does make it right, I'm keeping this as score. But if he doesn't, then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give it probably a 9.5, because all that build up, man. But I just gotta say, 10 out of 10 to me, because it's a freaking amazing comic with some really sad and tragic shit going down. Has its own side story of its own, some side stories of its own, and it's just amazing. And the battles are awesome, and I cannot wait for what goes down, guys. Because if he ends in a happy or sad, all that way, if he ends it, like a good way, but it's a sacrifice, all that shit. If this is give him any ideas, then fuck it. I'm gonna read it either way, but I cannot wait for the ending to this little comic series, because if he makes more, I cannot wait for it, guys. So yeah, that is my final. That was my 10 out of 10 for Powerpuff Girls D / Doujinshi. So okay, so what is next for Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi? Like, what if it's actually over? What I would really like is that most people are trying to make it into an anime, and actually seeing one of the actual fan-made openings where it's actually an anime. I'm like, okay, man, let's do this shit. And because I want someone to actually do this so bad. It'd be awesome. Like, if you combine with all the stuff in the Doujinshi comic, plus some new several episodes which will affect, the ending to the actual, to the comic, which will, make it more plot twisting, emotional, all that shit. I would be excited as hell, because it might replace Full Metal Alchemist as my #1 anime. It might, pretty much, but I heard that someone is actually making it. Someone actually is, and oh my god, I'm freaking excited. And if there is a season 2, I cannot wait for it, because if someone's making a season 2, that I did read the Wikipedia where it just says that there's gonna be other characters and everything. I don't really trust the Wikipedia, but this might be some legit shit. Where, Lance and Lana and Octus from Symbiotic Titan might come up. I'd be like, holy shit, that'd be fucking badass. With Ben, and also Ben Tennyson, Gwen, and everything. Awesome. And yeah, that might be pretty badass. So yeah, I think if he makes a season 2 with those characters, I cannot wait for it. But I really want this anime to happen. So if anyone who's doing this anime, Doujinshi anime, confirmed, like, just do it. Just fucking do it. Because don't make it a Powerpuff Girls D, because I do like it. I've seen the first episode, but my first impression with it was, but I will be watching that series though. But yeah. So yeah, this has been my review for Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi. And just to let y'all know before I go, I've actually watching Code Geass on my on dubbed.anime.net, and it's freaking amazing. I might put that in my top 5, probably top 10 best animes. And also, guys, here's another game that I got. Oh yeah, Dead Rising freaking 3. I am excited. I might do a series on this game. I have no idea, but with me doing the Evil Within at the same time, I don't think I'll be able to do it. I might make a part 1 video. I think that'll be it. I might make some random videos like Dashi Games does with his Dead Rising 3 game, series. But I gotta say, I cannot wait, because I'll be doing a review of this game and everything, because I do have Dead Rising 2 off the record, and it was a badass game. And I gotta say, Dead Rising 3 was awesome too. I gotta say, Dead Rising 3 is gonna be awesome too. I cannot wait. So that was my review for Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi, which is also named Powerpuff Girls D, and I cannot wait to see what's more. So do y'all like this review? So if y'all like this review, do y'all like the rating I gave it? Like, if y'all like this review, just leave a like on the video. If y'all want to see, if y'all are new and and you know y'all want to see more about me talking about Powerpuff Girls, or you know doing me, or seeing me doing these reviews. If y'all want to see more of that stuff, then I recommend y'all subscribing if y'all want to see more of this stuff. Cause I'll be talking about more of these updates with Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi, because I'm literally reading the shit out of it, because I am really excited to see what's next, and I cannot wait. And also yeah, again, do y'all like this review? If y'all do like this review, just like the video, and if y'all and if y'all want to see more of my videos, if y'all want to see more of my channel, then subscribe, because yeah, just subscribe if y'all want to see more of my channel, and comment below about what y'all think about this review. And if y'all want to, and comment below also about what updates might be up, because I'm literally reading the shit out of it, because this may be the best comic ever made, and if y'all haven't read it, it's in the link to the description down below, and you gotta start all the way at the bottom, because that's where the first chapter is. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the description. So yeah, hope you guys so again, do y'all like this review? Just leave a like on this video, subscribe if y'all want to see more of my channel, and I'll probably see y'all next time. Survivor out.